because it is so prevalent a myth, but they do have an echo. They do echo. Ducks echo.
I'm going to take one to Canterbury Cathedral. I'm just going to get a big old duck and take it and just poke it. Just try out yourself. Why should we believe the things you say on this quiz, Steve?
A man took one to a chamber and tested them.
No, let's test ourselves.
I approve of your empirical zeal. Now, back to faces. What's the ideal way to kiss a Frenchman?
A French man? I don't know. With their consent?
Very well put. A nice young man. I really mean just as a greeting in the way that French and European people do.
Yes.
How many?
2 in Paris, 3 in rural France. And if you go to very rural France, it can be kiss, 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 kiss. You can do it 4
very
times.
good. I will give you your points there. I have it as 2 in central and southern France and 4 in the northern country parts, Britain.
Well, I clearly found an intermediate place.
There may be a 3.
Like
three,
a 3,
certainly.
yeah.
3 is true in Belgium and Holland.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
They always do 3
and
there.
now the snogging forecast for in France. Brittany, 1, some saliva. Paris, 2, occasional tongue. With outlying areas, 4, some pregnancy.
Yes. And 5 is Corsica, I suppose. Surely they don't kiss each other 5 times, do they?
They really have little to do in Corsica, do they?
Can you tell me what sort of person kisses 5 times? Of course I can. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
I think you might have to go now.
Yeah.
But at least they know what it is. I mean, I don't know what it is here.
If you're unsure about whether to do 1 cheek or 2, the best way to deal with it is to cut their genitals while you're doing it. And they won't mind how many kisses. They won't even be thinking about it. Just cut them lightly.
Yes, you know, uttering the words, carry a bag, sir. In America, it's strictly 1 cheek. They're very baffled by Europeans doing any more than 1.
And it's just a minefield.
You bump noses, you bump glasses, because you go to the wrong side. You go to the right first or the left. Apparently, in Spain, it has to be the right cheek first. However many times.
Really?
Yes.
So what happens if you go for the left first?
There'll be a
disgrace upon your family.
In 1819, a German travel guide to London said the kiss of friendship between men is strictly avoided in Britain, as inclining towards the sin regarded in England as more abominable than any other. Yeah. Queue barging, presumably. That or sodomy.
They're the top 2, aren't they?
Yeah, really.
Sodomy, particularly if it's a queue for sodomy.
Yes. Don't cut in.
Yeah.
Don't cut in on the buggery line.
Excuse me. You next. Thank you very much.
Man, I thought the northern line was bad, but the buggery line, wow.
Oh, dear.
No seats! Oh, Jesus.
Now, to another set of people who like to kiss one another, what can you tell about a footballer from the size of his fingers? Joe.
Is it his position on the WAG penetration index?
My goodness me. Very good.
Right, hang on. There's always something about the index being longer than the one the other side of the...
Yes, you're right. It's the ratio between fingers 2 and 4 is known as the 2D and 4D.
It's actually kind of difficult to do the ratio between fingers 2 and 4 without being incredibly rude to whoever happens to be in the room at the same time.
Well, there's an academic, and isn't there always, who has devoted 35 years of his academic life to determining things about humans on the basis of the ratio, the lengths of their... something to do with what testosterone and estrogen do to your finger lengths seems to be important, and his name is Dr. John Manning of the University of Liverpool.
Did he take the duck into the echo chamber?
He wasn't the same man.
That sounds so much like a euphemism, I don't know where. Is this the cue for taking the duck into the echo chamber? Is it true that there's so much estrogen in the water supply now that we're being rendered impotent and lots more people are now turning gay?
No, that's just you.
I want an explanation for the rapidly swelling size of my man bosoms, and that may well be it.
So many women are on the pill and they're urinating bits of oestrogen into the water
Could you not do that,
down
please?
the drains.
I quite like the idea of you going into Rigby and Peller. Hello. Conceal them.
Lift and separate.
Actually, no, you should do just for a laugh, because they've got a woman with a very faint trace of an Austrian accent in Rigby and Peller who can tell the size of your bosoms just by looking at them, right?
Oh, wow.
And I went in and she just said to me, go on then, take all your top bits off. I was like, oh, OK. And I did, and she went, oh, not as bad as I'd imagined. Thanks for that backhanded compliment, madam. Obviously, balls in socks.
So
Sorry.
what would you make of my what would you make of my fulsome pair of fun bags? Can you imagine? They're pretty good, aren't they?
No, I think they're...
There's a fair amount going on.
Please, Stephen, I am already pitching a semi. Any more of this talk and I'll be knocking the desk over.
Anyway, apparently, according to Dr. John Manning of the University of Liverpool, the 2D/4D ratio, such as is on that photograph behind me, is predictive of infertility, autism, dyslexia, migraine, stammering, immune dysfunction, myocardial infarction and breast cancer even, as well as perceived dominance and masculinity, but not attractiveness, and including things like possibly psychopathic tendencies and ability at football. But continuing on our footy theme, what does a thorny devil do with his feet? Do any of you know what a thorny devil might be?
Is a thorny devil, is it a lizard?
It is a lizard.
Is
Well
it that
done.
one that goes all on alternate feet to stop the heat?
It's not alone as a lizard in doing that. In fact, we may even have footage of the very attractive animals doing that very thing that you're mentioning there.
Sorry. I'm sorry, I kind of coughed and sneezed and wet myself all at the same time. And that's what that noise...
I think the fiver is mine.
Can I just ask, because I just don't know this, is there a facility for men to wet themselves when they cough? Does that ever happen to
What do you mean?
blokes?
Like
facility?
like a place you'd go.
There's a felicity. It's a wonderful, warm feeling.
Do men wet themselves when they cough,
No,
when they get old? Shit themselves?
Sometimes we do poo a little bit when we cough. Sometimes.
I
But only
just
sometimes.
wondered.
Sometimes you wet yourself if you dream about going to the toilet.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we've all. Yeah.
And as you...
You're dreaming about going to the toilet, you've got to try and wake up really
I don't think it's that way. I don't think it's the dream that did it, to be honest. I think he wanted to go to the toilet and the dream just kind of worked itself around the fact that...
I agree. I think they're post-facto dreams
Yeah,
like that,
I think your body decides to go, no, I'm getting rid of this, and your dream kind of went, well, let's weave it into the narrative, shall we?
There's definitely an early warning.
You were briefly an Arthurian knight, but now you're really desperately going to go to the toilet. So take
I
off
was
the
once
suit.
on a boat with Elvis Presley.
Oh, this is within a dream. Oh, thank heavens.
And I was chatting to Elvis Presley, and I said, excuse me, I've got to go to the toilet, and I went to bed.
Alan, wake up, Alan. Alan, wake up. Alan. You're peeing all over yourself.
He was said to wear... Didn't he wear nappies? In his
Elvis?
final unhappy days, I believe, he wore diapers.
I wouldn't be that unhappy with the nappy, would you?
I would, actually.
There's always the moment when he's on stage where you could actually tell, where he went, will I have a blue Christmas tree without you? Since my baby left me,
Did he
found a new plastic.
I don't know the answer. All I do know is, as you age, you